Capricorn, this just in. And this is where we take a look at love and relationships and see what's going on. First, I want to ask, how was your holidays? I hope everybody got a chance to relax, rejuvenate, enjoy some time, you know, with family, friends, however you do what you do. I want to say that this is a general reading. This may not resonate for everyone. I also want to say that this is going to apply to Capricorn Sun, Moon, and Rising. And also, if you want to put together a more complete idea of what's going to be going on with you for the month of January, you can check your moon or rising sign if you know them. You know, I should say too, and I should have said this to the other signs, it can also be very worth your while. And in fact, it is worth your while. It's just so much to check for the person who's not the astrologer. But if you know your Venus sign, give a looky. Give a looky. I mean, after all, when it comes to love and relationships, Venus and Mars are your go-tos. But, you know, we also want to look at the soul and the emotions of the relationship. And we also want to look at some of the superficial dealings, because relationships are based off some level of superficiality. Believe it or not, Capricorn, is true. So, what's going on with you, Capricorn? What's going on in love for the month of January 2017? Just saw the sun reverse just popped out. So, okay, we just had a popper, and that is the Ten of Wands. Capricorn, Ten of Wands there. Feel like you got a lot on your shoulders, Capricorn, but you're still trudging along. You are doing what Capricorns do, it looks like, with this card, and that is continuing to take on that responsibility. You just keep going. You just keep trucking no matter what's going on. So, Capricorn, is looking like maybe in this situation, if you're in a relationship with somebody, you feel like you've got a lot to worry about. You feel like you've got a lot of burdens, a lot of fires to put out. And I think I said last month, Capricorn, that a lot of you were going to be somebody's savior. Might be finding out that there was more to save than you originally thought. Not one, though, to give up easy. It looks like, Capricorn, you are still trudging along. You know that in order to, you know, you see that looks like a house, a little cottage, and it may be modest. Capricorn is not known to be flashy. So, you know, this is really speaking Capricorn to me right now. This card is really, really saying something to me. Capricorn, this is you doing the back-breaking work without the expectation of fortune or fame. And seems like you're doing this in a relationship with somebody. I want to say to some of you Capricorns too, and I'm going to say before I even pull this next card, is some of you Capricorns may be trying to do this sober this month. I feel like I talked about, I think it was last month in a general reading, that a lot of you Capricorns, whether it be alcohol or whatever sort of addiction or vice that a lot of you may have had, that you were you were leaving that by the wayside. And I'm feeling like some of you are now having to deal with your relationships in a real way, and it's a lot. The next card we have is the Seven of Swords. And here is another person with something on his back. So Capricorn, I feel like there's so much that is going on with you. You have not only got all of this physical stuff that you feel like you're having to deal with, that you're burdened with, but there's a lot of mental stuff too. And I feel like that they are just clashing into one another. I feel like some of you Capricorns have got so much already going on with your day-to-day, with your, like I said, with the things that you need to do physically, that you can't even you can't even carry all of the mental stuff. You see, there's a sword there on the ground, and then there's somebody that has grabbed the sword. Now then, with the Seven of Swords too, in a relationship that you could be in, you know, this somebody could be doing some cheating. You know, accomplice is coming up. I feel like this person in the background is like a little Igor, and he's helping the Seven of Swords out. But even still, they can't get everything. So somebody gets caught. I feel like, you know, I almost feel like for some of you Capricorns that you may be busy, head down, doing your own thing when you figure this out. I feel like some of you Capricorns are going to run right into the situation. And, you know, this, you know, this could be somebody that you are dealing with, you know, if you are in fact the Seven of Swords. The bottom line is, if there's some cheating and stuff going on, the offender gets caught, and it's like a head-on collision. I feel like there's a Capricorn there. There could be a battle of war. There could be a battle of passion and words. This could be physical and mental, but I don't necessarily see physical fighting. I just, what I see is headbutting. I see like two rams just locking horns, and nobody's able to get anywhere. because they've locked horns and they're both trying to push, but nobody can get anywhere. They're ending up in the same spot, putting all this mental and physical energy and into this battle, and not getting anywhere, and still having the same load, if not more, on your back, on their back, on you, the both of you's back. But I feel like somebody had, blinded by temptation, just went all in. Oh, wow. Some kind of block because of there's no movement. Let me pull this third card and see. The Six of Pentacles. This is about give and take. If you can see, there is a maiden, it looks like there, and she appears to be giving something to these, looks like children, young folks. She's got the scales of balance. Capricorn, I feel like if this is something that's going on between you and another person, if the two of you look up, beyond your burdens, beyond what you're carrying, even if there's been some cheating, some lies, and some deceit, there's a need for give and take. I'm feeling like, though, the both of you need to look up long enough to where if you don't see that you're locking heads and going nowhere, you're spinning your wheels on something, and you need to look up past this battle and invite in some give and take. Capricorn, somebody could, I'm feeling like somebody could, if there's a cheating situation, somebody could have possibly allowed themselves to get, they drank the Kool-Aid, got tricked, blinded by temptation. And I feel like that somebody may have actually been messing around with somebody that they knew from back in the day. Maybe a old childhood love, something like that. There's some battles being fought. I just feel like somebody is spinning their wheels. Somebody wants to go back. Somebody wants to move forward. But I feel like there could be some exchange between one of you and somebody from your past. We've got pentacles that show up in this reading, so it could be physical. It's causing some conflicts, definitely. Definitely. Somebody's hot under the collar because somebody's lying, and I'm feeling like that it has to do with somebody is possibly creeping with somebody from back in the day. There's some sort of exchange, and it could be physical. It could be somebody that's giving somebody money, and you're feeling like, or they're feeling like, there's no way that you're getting money from this dude, because usually it's a woman that's getting the money, you know, from somebody she might be creeping with. And I'm feeling like somebody's like, there's no way you're getting money from this dude if you're not giving them something. And bam, we're locked in the conflict. Yeah. Somebody's wanting some freedom. Somebody wants to get from up under all of the pressure. But rather than if you're not already, you know, facing this thing head on, I feel like that's coming up really soon. And then there's going to be a lockage of hornage. And yeah. Capricorn, somebody that you are close with, you know, either you or that other person feeling weighed down, feeling like you needed some freedom, feeling like maybe you took on more than you knew you were taking on, and feeling burdened now. And now there's some deceit. There could possibly be some cheating with an old person, you know, somebody from childhood, somebody from the past. There's some exchange of something that's not sitting right in the relationship is what I'm feeling. And it's causing, if it hadn't started to cause that trouble yet, it's getting ready to. And you know, Capricorn, the thing about it though is I'm feeling like if you and whoever this is face this thing head on, that it can be worked out. Like I said before, there needs to be you all need to come to a place of give and take within each other. And I feel like things can be worked out. Lots of couples, you know, there's been infidelities, there's been cheating, and it doesn't necessarily have to be physical, but it's happened. And you know, Capricorn, this could be somebody that you're with, you're not with, you're with, you're not with. Kind of the back and forth. It's not over though. That's what I'm thinking. Let's wait till Venus goes into retrograde here in March to find out if it's over. But I'm still feeling like right now, whatever this is, no matter how dramatic it may seem, no matter how much you all lock horns, no matter who's deceiving who, there's really no movement out of the relationship. And like I said, this is not going to apply to all of you Capricorns, but I'm definitely feeling like that for some of you. That's, and you know, I guess that's the way I see it, guys. That's the way I see it. Capricorn, you know, what can I say? Thanks for tuning in. Um, if I hadn't said already, follow me on Twitter at 855EIGHT, the number 5 VIBE. I also have a little Facebook page. You can go over there and check it out. Just kind of do all kinds of stuff, transit moon stuff, just my personal thoughts on stuff. I do a rune of the day over there, and it's a little bit more personal. But thanks for tuning in, guys. Thanks. Good luck, Capricorn.